Hello everyone and welcome to a video from Max. After some time now, I took some weeks off from doing videos and slowing down a little bit with videos in general, but yeah, I was asked before to make a video about the new guys, so about Corvus, Morrigan and Jasmine. Corvus is an interesting character, but at the highest level he is not usable at the moment as a tank because his maximum armor is about 20 kilo, which is just not enough. So once you get an extra skin, maybe he is one of the 4 guys who will get a new winter skin in the upcoming Winterfest event in December and January 2021. Then he will be a very interesting tank also for the highest level, but at the moment, yeah, one could go for him because I'm pretty sure there will be an extra skin for him with extra armor. Morrigan, also an interesting character. I haven't looked into her that much yet. I'm here on my my first character I played with on server 5. Morrigan, what kind of artifact does she have? Armor penetration, that's interesting, but she's a mage. She's a healer support and her main stat is intelligence though. Now she's an interesting character. Okay, I thought that she has some artifact, first artifact increasing maybe magic attack, but it's increasing armor penetration, and that's very interesting. But this video is not about Corvus and Morrigan, it's about Jasmine. Maybe I will do at some point, but I see Morrigan is not that much used, and Corvus also is not, at least Jasmine is used much more, and she's really annoying. She's really a very strong character, and thank God there is one guy you can use to counter her, and it's Helios. So on my character I play with on server 54, there I made up my mind, and yeah, I go for Helios. I will show you afterwards, but here on this server I can do some tests now. Let's do some tests just to show you that Helios is really the guy to go for. There are some lineups, if you have really a highly synergetic lineup, then you might get past other teams with Jasmine, but maybe the twins, I'm not sure. We can do that in the test also. A guy, a very strong player who also invests quite some money into this game, he made a comment in the Hero Wars unofficial group on Facebook, and he said that when you play with Astaroth, Jasmine, Nebula, Sebastian and Marta, you will beat 95% of all other teams. You only get into trouble when there is a strong Helios. That's what he said. So now as a test lineup for Jasmine, we go with this lineup. Maybe there is another lineup that is in certain cases even tougher. I don't know, maybe bringing in Andvari instead of Nebula. But I think this is a pretty reasonable team, especially also with Astaroth as a tank. He can bring back Jasmine once should she die prematurely. Also Sebastian makes a lot of sense to avoid Jorgen's curse, Jorgen's first kill for instance. Marta is of course always a very solid character, providing speed with her first artifact and also some healing. Then Nebula, well, is the character I'm not so sure here, but of course, when Nebula is supporting Jasmine with her 4th skill, then Jasmine is just deadly. So let's go with this lineup for the moment. I already did some battles. First I tried with I tried with some Kark lineups. Yes, with some traditional Kark lineups using Jorgen, but Jorgen is to no avail here because it's countered by Sebastian. We can have a look at this one, but it was hopeless. Otherwise, this lineup here with Kark used to be very strong. Maybe also when you use a Faceless instead of Kai. And yeah, my preferred guy in last position when you have a team with Park is still Jet, giving critical hits to Park. But here you see guy is dying now already, and now let's see what Kark's ultimate can do. But Jasmine just dodged the third skill, the deadly tendrils, and now he gets poisoned, and it's terrible. So Jasmine is really a very strong character. Makes a lot of sense to go for her. She's a one-girl army. I mean, yeah, taking out one guy after the other, and it's absolutely hopeless. This is really quite something to beat this Kark lineup just like this. Then here, this is also a defeat, because I saw that the organ is doing nothing. So I thought, okay, let's leave him at home and bring Faceless instead, but also here it's a failure. And then I gave up with the lineups for Kark. I think it's really hard against Jasmine. Now I tried with Kira, and I found a lineup that could pass, yeah, with Ching Mao. And also bringing Dorian as an extra. I don't know if he's really necessary here. Yeah, he wasn't necessary. We can also go with Nebula, so those were victories. So at least against this lineup, it seems you can go with a very strong lineup for Kira. And let's have a look at this one. And you will be able to pass even without using Helios. So there are some teams, highly synergetic teams, that can destroy strong lineups with Jasmine. Now you see Ching Mao was dodging a lot of those attacks, backstabbing attacks. And yeah, she's already gone, so there is no need maybe to have a Helios, but you will see in the next battle, once you have Helios, then you can almost go with any team. So I went now with some kind of my current lineup I use on Server 54 with Darkstar and Elmir, and now I put in Helios instead of Lian, and yeah, and then Jasmine can't do much. She's attacking Darkstar now, but doesn't manage to kill her. Thanks to Dorian, Darkstar can survive. Now Helios will get her probably. No, Darkstar dodged everything. Yeah, that was the fourth skill of Helios, this last magic damage there on Jasmine. So once you have Helios, I guess you can just go with many lineups. And here, yeah, we quit this battle. Martha is a strong character, but against, yeah, or let's see, the end of this battle. What else did I test? Yeah, then I went without Helios, and then yeah, my lineup from Server 54 doesn't stand a chance. And then yeah, this my favorite lineup for Orion. Oh no, this is a special lineup. Yes, not my classical lineup. Instead of Corvus, I usually use Jorgen. But Corvus is, I forgot, due to his third skill, I think. He's also very annoying for Jasmine. His tower is dealing extra damage to, and Jasmine is soon dead now. That's too much for her. If there is Corvus and Helios on the other side, then it's goodbye, Jasmine. Yes. And Aurora is, I agree with the other YouTuber, what is his name, Jay versus Hero Wars, I think, and on his tier list now Aurora is the top tank, and I agree with this. I thought even before the upgrade of the dodge she was very strong, but now she's really top notch. She has a inbuilt defense against magic attacks due to her force skill, and physical attack she's dodging a lot of attacks and just very, very strong, and also attacking. I never go with this lineup with Aurora, Jorgen, Orion, Faceless, Helios, because actually I think it's almost a little bit too easy because this is really a killer setup. I'm surprised one doesn't see this team. And now with Helios, it's the natural guy to go for, together with Orion. And Helios has become a lot stronger, or a lot more important since the arrival of Jasmine, because when you have him, then you don't have to worry about Jasmine. Because due to her critical hit dealing, she will time and time again get hit by Helios' fourth skill, Flaming Retribution. Yeah, and here another one, you can make this lineup even tougher if you use Dorian instead of Faceless. With Faceless it's more attacking, but the result is the same, it's just a crushing defeat here. And I don't think you can go with any lineup for Jasmine. You will always lose against this Orion team. So, in short, when you have, maybe you find out some other very clever team. Jorgen, of course, is helping also against Jasmine. If there is no Sebastian preventing the curse of Jorgen, then maybe Jorgen can keep her at bay a little bit. And sometimes in the adventures I also have good results with Jabba, because then sometimes I can eat Jasmine up with Jabba's first skill, and then yeah, she's stopped of course and cannot do her backstabbing attacks. But I am glad that also some highly synergetic teams with Kira can destroy Jasmine apparently, but it's very difficult for Kark now. Yes, so I guess that was it from this video. I could quickly show you what I do on server 54, just quickly changing the server. Okay, as a matter of fact, I forgot to attack this 95% lineup with a team with the twins. So, well, I'm sure once we add Helios to the twins, then this will be a walkthrough. Maybe not going with, I don't know, let's go with this most solid special team without the tank. Jorgen probably does not make sense here because we see there is Sebastian. But usually one would go with Jorgen here, because when there is no Sebastian in the other team, then this is very strong. I don't want to put Helios in here. Some guys play with Helios, Orion. Some guys played with Orion and the twins, because this is not ideal. We can go with Faceless. You may want to check out one of my other videos. It says 312 kilo beating a team with the twins that has twice as much power, and the problem was the other guy was using the twins with Orion, and this is not very good, because Orion is loading up the energy bar of the other team, and when this is a team with Kark, then you are in trouble. But maybe we can add Faceless. I'm sure this is no problem now to pass, because we have Helios, as a matter of fact. Question is, can we also pass without Helios? I don't know. I mean, the twins, personally I never played with the twins. You might want to check out the channel of I think it's called Hero Wars Player. He has many videos, very interesting videos with the twins. Okay, now let's see. Jasmine is dying due to Helios. Or, yeah, she's gone and it's all over. Now let's try another team with the twins. But if I were to use the twins, I think I would always go with Helios. So maybe considering using Aurora when one wants to play with the tank. Yeah, we can skip this. This is just a win. Or was it? Yeah, clear victory. And I don't know, maybe one could consider using Aurora, then it gets even more attacking. Where is Aurora? Here. And Jorgen, of course, yeah, usually Jorgen would be the choice here. But when there is a Sebastian in the other team, then it's better we go with Faceless, because Jorgen is doing nothing at all. At least when Sebastian is using his first skill, which he's likely to do, is using that first, then Jorgen is just useless. So go with Faceless instead. This will also be a victory, a very easy victory. Because there is Helios. No Dorian, okay, so maybe Helios is falling too, but Jasmine cannot dodge magic attacks, and I mean Krista and Lars are also not very weak characters, so they also damage Jasmine heavily with their magic attacks that she can't dodge, and even Helios might die now, he's dead, but this is still a victory. Jasmine will not get through. Or will she? No. Okay. Was kind of close though, but yeah, so the twins work also against Jasmine. Now without Helios, I don't know. Maybe we try one time without Helios, putting in Marta. I'm not a fan of this. I would not use Marta together with the twins. I know many players with the twins, they say, okay, well, let's go for a very solid lineup. And we don't use Aurora as a tank, but Astaroth. And then we go with Marta. And Jorgen, but okay, we don't use Jorgen here because this is a loss, 100% sure. Jorgen is stealing some energy of the enemy Astaroth, but his first skill, now Sebastian triggered, used his ultimate, now Jorgen can't do anything with his burst. This will be a close one, probably a loss, unless Twins manage to kill Jasmine. Okay, they managed to do it. So even in my eyes, a very standard, not ideal team for the Twins. Solid, okay, but even such a team is very nice against Jasmine. So that's good news for users of the Twins. It seems maybe you don't, maybe you don't need Helios even. Yeah. Okay, good news for everyone out there who's using the Twins. Yeah, let's skip this. This was a victory also. So, yeah, okay. Anyone who is dealing magic attack that Jasmine can't dodge is, of course, also very nice, because when you have a lot of physical attackers, then it gets really hard. Because Jasmine has to dodge, and when she dodges, she is gaining energy due to this recent upgrade of the dodge, so it is really hard. So when you have a physical attack team without Helios, then you really, it seems you need a top team with Kira, for instance. Maybe also some other teams might work. But when you have a magic attack team, it seems, yeah, she can be held under control. So that was this addendum. So yeah, and also a lovely event at the moment, of course, with all the new pet Axel. I think it's a very cool event here. Question a bit, what do you want to buy? Of course, if you are leveling up some pets where you need sunstones and dawn stones, then this is ideal to get these stones. Otherwise, it's quite laborious to play those missions where you get these stones, or also to buy them is expensive with the particles. You rather want to use your particles for leveling up your stones. So I go for some stones, already bought some. And also this seashells is very nice to go for, but now I will wait a little bit. I guess the shop stays the same. We will never see dusk stones and night stones, but who knows, maybe on the last day they are changed, who knows. But yeah, it's kind of logic that maybe the stones will not change in this shop till the end of the event, because it seems that Axel needs dawn and sunstones. Yes, the mini game, for those who haven't played it already, I played it already now. I cannot click on the Fisher hut anymore. There is some mini game, some funny game where you can, some puzzle. If you haven't done it yet, you might want to check this out. Yes, and here I really made up my mind now, bringing up Helios, and just the skills, these 3 skills, they are not so important at the moment. I just want to level up his 4th skill, because this is the skill with which he can attack Jasmine above all, and he is also against other characters who deal critical hits, and in general he's a very strong character, especially when you play also with Orion. And I happen to play on my account here. I play with Orion. He is in my top 7. So it makes sense for me from that point to go for Helios, but I would not have gone for him if, yes, Jasmine would not have been introduced. But on the other hand, I also think it's nice to have a very strong character that is dealing, that is, how is it called? The poisonous attacks. That is interesting. Till now there was Heidi, who was dealing a lot of poisoning attack. But yeah, Heidi is not as bad as many people think, but her use is a bit limited. Yeah, pure damage. That was the word I was looking for. It's nice to have another character dealing a lot of pure damage, because sometimes this is really useful also for adventures. When there are buffs on magic or physical attack, then maybe you can play with Jasmine and she can manage to get through with pure damage. So that was it from this video. Maybe next time at some point I will do some video about Morrigan and Corvus. They are interesting characters, maybe a little bit on the defensive side. Oh, I did not even unlock them here. But now that I have seen that Morrigan has actually armor penetration as a first artifact, this is of course very nice. So you can pair her with physical attackers, maybe with Kira or Darkstar. And yeah, the army of the undeads, the little skeletons, they can be really annoying. Once they are on the battlefield, they're blocking everything and you can't get through anymore. And also Corvus, with his 3rd skill, yes, this altar deals pure damage to the enemy heroes whenever they deal damage. So this is very useful against the Jasmine, for instance. But yeah, so maybe it's enough if you have a good team with Corvus. You don't need Helios then against Jasmine. Who knows? But as I've said, Corvus needs another skin with armor for being really top notch. If not, you cannot really use him as a tank on the highest level. Then you have to have another tank in front of him. For instance, Aurora, as you have seen in the battle before. So, in the campaign, I'm still a bit stuck here. So I will for sure do another video about Path of Madness once I can pass there. This always is the critical mission where a lot of players have to be patient and level up a little bit the characters. And then will be another video with Cornock, the boss of Gearville City. Yes, the King Cornock. And I want also to show some nice battles with Lion. Okay, so that was it for these videos. I hope you enjoy watching it. See you next time. This is Max. Bye.